Hey guys, I'm Melissa.
I'm Patty.
We are Efecto Podcast. Welcome back. Episode 74.
Woo.
We hope you guys enjoyed the last episode.
Yes, at I Love Studios. What y'all think?
I know. Let us know. Like, what did you guys think? We know that episode was pretty heavy. So
yeah, we covered a lot.
And guys, I was telling Patty, like, I rewatched that, and I mean, you guys saw on there that I was like, okay, I'm officially gonna go back to therapy. But after I saw that episode when we received like the footage and the edit, I told Patty, I was like, holy fuck, I'm like, I just saw it, I was like, I am not like there. I was like, damn, I'm not there. Like, I'm so like emotionally like just not there. That it just, yeah,
She's
literally,
I'm
not there. Like, I was just, as I was talking and I was hearing, like, looking at myself talk, like, it kind of, like, looked, I was like, okay, I don't want to believe it.
You're emotionally removed from the situation.
I'm emotionally removed from the situation. I was really like, damn, okay, I really have to go back to therapy just because, yeah, like, I was just like, damn, that was a little crazy and hard for me to see because I did get emotional. I obviously have those feelings and I feel that, but like to Patty's point, I was just like, I'm not emotionally there and I'm like removed from that. I've just put it so far like on. Yeah. I don't know, but
we when you said that to me, because we talked separately, I even said, I was like, bitch, it literally, to your point, it's almost as if you're talking about someone else, not yourself.
Yeah, no, like literally, it was a little crazy, but anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed. Well, we hope you guys enjoyed that episode.
Yes. And make sure you're following I Love Studios creators. Tap in. If you have a podcast and you want to get a producer, check them out.
Small business where you need backdrops, where you need support with like building your business and your social.
Yes,
check it out.
Hit them up.
Everything.
And they just posted something, and I didn't think of this, but like if you want to have a photo shoot for anything, your birthday, you want to get headshots, you want to do an engagement shoot or anything, hit them up. So the possibilities are endless.
Do it.
Remember, I Love Studios and I Love.
Period. And guys, we're back.
We have a lot
to catch up on.
We were literally on our way here, and I was like, let me make a list of everything. Our list, because we recorded at I Love Studios the Friday before the episode before that went up. So what was that, episode 72? So we didn't record for like 3 weeks.
Yeah, it was crazy.
So when we were catching up, we're like, oh,
we're like,
shit.
Wait, we haven't talked about this. Like,
so we're going to bring it back to Easter Sunday.
Period.
So, Mely, how was your Easter? What did you do?
Easter was super low key. It was fun. First, we like started at one of our cousins' house. So my mom always gets like some of our little cousins' baskets. So it was mainly I guess, oh my God, I was sorry guys.
We're keeping that.
I'm like, literally, I was like, hold on, backtrack. Yeah. Our mom's brother has daughters, and my mom is their Nina. So my mom got them some baskets. Yeah, but like, she just says both of them. But yes, she's one of their Nina. So my mom got them baskets. So we went over there because now they want to start their own tradition because they're really only like the kids. So I know it was just like them, the kids. I know they had invited like Jenny and John Joe. But we hid some eggs, super chill, and then we had carne asada, the whole thing, and then from there we went to my dad's side of the family, so my tia Rosa, also super chill. We just had some carne asada as well, and then actually she made pozole.
Oh shit!
She made. Yeah, she made pozole, so I had a little bit of everything that day, but. Honestly, it was so low key. Like, it's just me and my cousin Alexa. We're always like, what do we do? Like, so we're just there listening to like all of the Chisme. And we watched the LAFC game. I think that's what we
recorded that day.
Yeah, that morning. Oh, you're right. We recorded the morning. I forgot. And then from there.
I forgot.
But that was my Easter. Yeah. Didn't do much.
No, literally, it was like we recorded, and then I got back home, and then changed, and then on my way to the park. Literally. On my dad's side of the family for like Easter, sometimes 4th of July and Memorial Day, we go to the same park. We've been going since before I was born, like for years. Forever. In Santa Monica. And there's this specific spot that like our family likes because it's right next to the playground. So like when the kids play, we could see them. We're right by the volleyball courts when like if my family wants to play, and then the restrooms are so close. So it's like, it's our spot. Like, so that's where we went. And I got there later. We get there and just like so much food. Okay. So much food. And it wasn't even like everyone. There were a lot of like families within our family that didn't go. But there were still so many of us, maybe like 50, 60 people. Oh I don't know exactly. There was
a lot of you. Yeah, I saw the picture. I was like, oh my gosh.
It's so fun. Honestly, shout out to my Nini Schmorlin, one of my dad's sisters, because she works at a school and she works with kids. So she's really good at like organizing and planning like fun events. And she's very much into like, when we have get-together, she makes it more of an experience. She's always been that way since I was little. So she always comes prepared with games.
I love it. That's what I look forward to every single time on socials. I'm like refreshing Marlon's stories, like who's posting it. Like it's so funny.
We are competitive. Yeah. So I'm trying to think of what games we did. We did a 3-legged race. Mm-hmm. Me and Amanda fucking lost. And usually Alanis is my partner, and we have won, I think, for the last 3 years. I was partnered with Amanda. We fucking lost that bitch. Because of her, I lost. The kids did like the egg on the spoon thing, but it's like one is blindfolded and one person is telling them, and then they have to transfer the egg on the spoon for another person, and then they have to go. We did a girls versus boys thing where it was like me and my cousins versus like my guy cousins, and you're holding hands and you have to transfer a hula hoop from one, and you have to step through all the way to the end. Bitch, the girls won. I literally was like, there's no way. So I was like, no, hey, put Andrew first, because there's no way that motherfucker's gonna fit through the hula hoop.
Immediately I thought of that, I was like, did Andrew play?
Yeah, but literally the hula hoop, I think for us, we were already like on our 3rd or 4th girl, and it was on like their 2nd or 3rd like person. They got stuck and we fucking won.
Oh my god.
But we were there like the whole time. It was so fun. But it was it was like warm, but it was chilly. So whatever. I did take a jacket, but no pasa nada. So that was Easter, and then the next day was our friend Jossie's birthday, and we already had plans to go to Topgolf for her birthday. It was just like her cousins, and then Mely. Her husband invited Mely and I. So we're like, of course.
Yeah. It was fun. It
was so fun. But when I woke up on Monday, I was already feeling off. Like I was like, am I getting sick, or maybe I'm just tired?
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, whatever, I think I'm fine. When we got there, and it was cold.
Yeah, it was cold.
It's close to the beach. Yeah, it was so like cold. And once we got there, I was like, bitch, like, and I just felt felt myself getting weaker, and I'm like, fuck, I think I'm getting sick. But guys, it was so much fun. I love Topgolf.
Yeah.
And we do the one where we just fucking hit it. I'm like, and you just get as many points as possible. You get points no matter what.
It's just literally for the vibes. I'm like, it's so much fun. And then also like, just like, I don't know, it's been a while since we've been.
Yeah.
And it was like, and also the group, we hadn't hung out with like that group in some time. And obviously it's Jossie, it's her birthday. Yeah. So it was just a good time. Yeah, I like that. I was on a roll, but because I used the easy one too, so.
Oh, we used like the bigger, the shorter, we used a shorter one, but it was a bigger,
like, I don't even know.
It was like a thicker one.
Yeah.
So it would go farther. Yeah, but it was just, so many times the ball would like go, we're like now your instinct is to chase the ball.
And you're like, hold on.
And the rest of us are like, no. Like, you're gonna fall. I'm surprised no one has fallen through.
Oh my god.
I'm surprised no one has fucking fallen. But the amount of times it's like a swing and a miss.
Yeah.
And we're all like, damn.
Where did it go? No, but that was fun. And to your point, after when we were leaving, I was like, oh my god, I think now I'm feeling sick. But it was just cold, and I think we were just tired too.
Yeah. But guys, I literally woke up the next day on Wednesday sick. I was like, fuck. Like, well, Tuesday night I started feeling it. And I was like, something's off. Because I was falling asleep. The bottom of my feet, bitch, they were on fire.
Oh, no.
And then my body was hurting. And I was like,
yeah.
I was like, I'm getting sick. Literally, okay, that was whatever week that was. Guys, I was down bad for 2 weeks. That whole week, sick. Like, I literally was just so weak. But I had to suck it up because that Saturday, okay, so this is when Raul Alejandro was here in LA, and he had 3 shows. Friday was supposed to be Saturday, but then they got moved to Monday, and then Sunday. And I was like, I'm gonna go Friday. Because I got sick, I was like, fuck it, I'll just go Sunday. And I was like, but I have to be better for Saturday, because my because me la pasaste. I had to be better because I, along with my cousin's fiance, planned a surprise party for my cousin Amanda. If you follow me on TikTok, you know who Amanda is. I feel like I talk about her, or I feel like we've talked about her.
Bitch, fuck you.
No, literally, bitch, fuck you. So my cousin Amanda, her and I, well, she's technically my niece, or los buenos quieren decir second cousin, whatever. Because so how we're related is her grandpa and my dad are brothers. So that makes her dad my cousin, and then she's like my niece or whatever. But she's literally a year younger than me, and we grew up like this. Like, we have a duplex, and for maybe a good chunk of her life, she lived in the back house. So we were always together, and then when they moved, I was always out there. I was always sleeping over their house. Like, we did so much stuff together. And she's really one of the only ones, at least on my dad's side, where it's like we're the same age. So we always had that. And as we got older, like, our relationship kind of changed a little bit because, you know, she's a mom. So, like, she was being a mom. I was in school. I started working, all this stuff. But that's my bitch. Like, that's my roll dog.
I'm like remembering one of her birthdays, iconic. Oh, your birthdays with her, iconic.
Oh, I was like, which one?
At Disneyland.
Oh my god, yeah. But if you know my cousin, she's fucking funny. Follow her on so TikTok. Literally follow Amanda on TikTok funny. Because that bitch is so funny. And guys, that's just how she's like that 24/7. And if you met her dad, and like you would understand, because her dad is literally just like that. But her and I got even, so we've always been close, and when we would see each other just at big family events. But ever since my brother passed, literally since the day my brother passed, she and I have talked on the phone every single day. And it's been over a year already. And we're like, bitch, I like every day, how are you, blah, blah, blah. And then we just kind of got into the habit of FaceTiming every day. So, and I knew throughout, she's like, damn, bitch, like, I'm turning 30. She's like, oh, my dream, she's been saying this for years though. She's like, when I'm 30, I want to have a Princess Diaries like pajama party, blah, blah, blah. She's, I don't know where, but I'm gonna fucking do it. And I had told Mely, I was like, bitch, save the day. I don't know how we're gonna do it. I was like, but I'm thinking if she doesn't go on a trip, I'm like, maybe we get like a hotel, or we do something where we could do a slumber party, and like we could surprise her. Mely was like, down, just let me know when, down. So this bitch literally was like, dude, I wanted to Chisme for my birthday, but like my man isn't saying anything, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, ask him, like, what the hell? And at this point, he hadn't reached out to me, nothing. And then I want to say maybe like a month before, and so in March, her birthday is April 26th. So in March, he was like, yo, what up? Like, I want to do something for Amanda, blah, blah. I was like, period. I was like, I'll help you with whatever. I was like, I know that, like, she's going to be, like, checking your phone and all that shit. Like, he doesn't hide anything from her. That bitch is nosy. So that bitch will be checking, like, emails, like, credit card statements, just to see if he's planning anything. And so at this point, I knew. Tell me why every fucking day when we're on FaceTime, she's like, so have you asked Josh if we're doing anything for my birthday? And I would gaslight her, be like, bitch, no, like, how can I ask? I go, bitch, I feel uncomfortable. I don't feel like, if he comes to me, then we'll talk. But I'm not just going to be like, what are you doing for Amanda's birthday? Like, no, like that. But like, me estaba haciendo. And then I'd be like, ask him. And then weeks would pass. And she'd be like, bitch, he still hasn't planned anything. I'm like, how do you know? And the thing is, like, they're engaged. And she had no clue that she was getting proposed to. And I was gaslighting the fuck out of her. I was like, bitch, you really think that he's not planning something? She's like, I know him. He's not doing anything. She goes, he hasn't even used the credit card. Like, I was like, oh, bitch. And I'm over here like dead face, like, blah, 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 blah. Okay, cool. Guys, when I tell you the surprise was going perfectly, because she was so pissed and in her feelings that she truly did not believe anything was happening. And the thing about her fiance is he works a lot. He has 2 jobs. He's a fucking hustler. Shout out to Josh. But he worked Coachella. And so he was gone for a week, 2 weeks. And then he had to do Stagecoach. And literally her birthday was like around Stagecoach. So he worked Friday, Stagecoach, and then came home.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And then Sunday was back at Stagecoach. Yeah, so insane. Whatever, it's the week of her birthday, and I'm like, fuck, I'm sick. And I started to feel better, a little better. Like on the day of her birthday, I felt fine. But I called her. And I called her, and I was like, I'm gonna act like I'm still fucking sick. Yeah. And I literally was like, bitch. It's just like, oh, bitch. Because she was already starting to get suspicious. Because she, I think the day before something, hung out with one of her friends from high school who lives out of town. And this is a friend that her fiance had reached out to about coming to the party, but she couldn't. When I found out that they were going to breakfast together, I texted Josh. I said, you better tell Chrissy to keep her mouth shut about Saturday. He's like, on it. He told her to not say anything. Okay, tell me why I find out. And then again, later that day, because I'm like, I want to make sure that Amanda doesn't know anything. I called her in the morning, and that's when I texted Josh. After, like around 4, I called her. Oh, how's Chrissy? Da da da. She's like, bitch, tell me why you think Josh is planning gotten us another surprise. I was like, why? And she was like, let me find out. And I was like, he hasn't told me anything. And she's over here like, trying to like get me to break. But I'm still not feeling well. Yeah. I go, why? What happened? When I tell you I was pissed, she was like, yeah, so I'm with Chrissy, blah, 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 blah. And she called her man for like to clarify something. And then Chrissy was like, oh yeah, I talked to Josh like not too long ago. And Amanda's like, for what? And she's like, oh, he wanted to know if I was going to be here on Saturday, what I was doing on Saturday. And in my head, I was like, immediately when she told me that, I texted Josh and I was like, Chrissy I was like, Amanda's asking questions, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, bitch, well, I'm trying to gaslight her, bitch. I don't know. He hasn't told me shit. And I was like, I don't know. She's like, So then that's why the day of her birthday is fucking raining.
Yes.
It literally started raining. I was like, no mames. So I was like, I need to make it seem like I literally am going nowhere because I feel sick. And I looked like shit. I literally woke up and called her intentionally because this is the worst I'm going to look. So I need to play it up. Hung up with her. Boom. Immediately went to my cousin's house. We started setting up. Yeah. Perfect. It's cold. It's windy. It was a pajama party. We decorated. Cool. Mely made the charcuterie board. Period. It was so good.
It looks so cute, guys.
Yeah, it came together. It literally, everything came together. And I got little tiaras.
Yes.
Those were so fun. They were so fun.
The glasses too, everything.
I have so many glasses. I wear them all the time. So whatever.
Sunday.
Oh, yeah. I could bring some. So then, whatever. We're there and, okay, fast forward. Now it's time. I told my cousins, get here. And it was intimate. It was literally like us, her best friend from childhood, and then 2 of our other cousins who are close to us, and then my cousin's boyfriend, and then like her immediate family. Cool. And how Josh got her out the house, he literally just had her running errands with him. She was pissed. She was so over it. She literally texted her friend and she was like, I've been in the car all fucking day. She's so over it. So then she gets to her tia's house where they're going to sing happy birthday to her. And she said she literally got there, used the restroom, and immediately they're like, okay, let's sing happy birthday. She's like, what the fuck? She's like, usually when they sing it, it's not right away. Yeah. She's like, damn, like, and she was kind of like what the hell? Like, this is not how I thought my birthday was gonna go. And it's like her 30th. Yeah. So she was in her feelings already about turning 30. And so when she got there, my cousin runs outside. She's like, she's here.
Oh my God.
We were already laughing. I have a video. I'm trying to take a cute aesthetic video of the sweets table. And all you hear is us like laughing.
Because we're like, what the hell? Like, shut up.
Yeah, we're like, shh, she can hear you. And then I bought these poppers from fucking, it's a champagne. There's little champagne poppers from Dollar Tree. So cute. I literally bought all of them. So I was like, here, everyone, take one. We're going to pop them. So the thick part we had over here, and then we had the little part down here. We're like, you just twist it. Cool. So we're all like this, waiting. And then my cousin, we're waiting for a long fucking time. And then my cousin Chris goes, I think it's this way. And then we look and we start dying.
Like, oh my God.
Because we were like, imagine we pop it, we're all going to shoot. So when we tell you we couldn't stop laughing.
We're dying, guys.
And then it felt like forever.
No, forever. We were like there and we were over here ready with like that. Oh my God.
And then her dad comes out. He's like, not
and
yet.
He's like, we were like,
we're like, bro, tell her to hurry up. And then finally, like, she comes out and then we're just there like, and then my cousin goes, 1, 2, 3. She turns around and we pop it. And she's like, what the hell? And then she realizes it. All good. Oh, and then what happened to the cake?
Bitch, the cake. So we're literally setting up and we're like, okay, like the cake was so cute too. And then we were going to put it on like, oh my God, like a cake topper. Yeah, we're putting it on the cake topper. And guys, like Patty mentioned, it was raining and it was a little bit windy. Tell me why, as we're putting it up there, we're getting the M&Ms or something to put it on the pizza. The freaking tarp, guys, knocks it over. I'm like, I see it in like slow motion. I'm trying to save it. No, by this point, the tarp knocked it over. The M&M bag was right here. It had already hit it. We were like, fuck. Thank God it didn't like completely ruin. But the whole top, the cute part, it was so cute. But like, we're like, what the?
No, but immediately we start laughing.
We're like, no.
And I was like, that's payback for my birthday because on my birthday, she tried to surprise me with crumble cookies. Yeah. She bought me 4 cookies and she had to put her son in the car. So she put the cookies on the top of the car and it was windy. Mm. And as she went in to put her son, the wind blew the cookie box off and everything fell. So I was like, it's karma. But then whenever we surprised her, we changed her into her pajamas and we got her lit. So
much fun.
Dude, that bitch is just funny. Dude, we were playing beer pong. And she's a sucia.
She was on one.
We were like, Chris is never going to play guitar again.
Every time I see a video of him, I can't help it. The other day he posted a new, I was about to squat.
I literally think of Amanda.
Fucking Amanda.
He's like, oh, hell no. Imagine that's the first time or second time that Jasmine's boyfriend meets her. Yeah. And I'm like, oh my God. No, and then she did a fucking cake flip.
Guys, the cake flip. I was shook. When she got it, we were all like, ah! Like it was crazy.
I'm pissed. I left my cake there. Oh. Literally, they cut me cake to take home. Good. It was funfetti.
It was
bomb.
So good.
So she had the best time. Yeah, and fun. I definitely was still a little sick that day. But I was like, I'm going to suck it up for her as my girl. Next day, still sick. Yeah. But I was like, fuck, like I want to go see Rao. Mm-hmm. And then in the morning, I was like, you know what? I'm not going to go because I had to do something early Monday morning. And I'm like, I need to be ready for that. So I was like, I can't. Tell me why. At like 7:30 or like 7:40, yes. I get a text from Rafa. Yeah. He's like, hey, what are you doing? Do you want to go see Rao? I said, I'm at home sick. Why? He's like, oh, my sister got 4 last minute tickets for Rao tonight. You down? I'm like, fuck. I was like, honestly, I would, but I was like, I do not feel well. And I told them I had something to do the next day, but I was like, I literally cried. I was like,
yeah. Especially because, I remember you were like looking forward to that.
Bitch, and I literally had an outfit already. Ugh. I had an outfit and everything. Because I was like, I kept telling, I'm going to be better. Yeah. And I wasn't.
Yeah. Oh, but no, Amanda's was so much fun.
I know. I'm glad it worked out. She had the best time. And the thing is, I kept saying, I was like, I hope she has fun. And her tia, which is my cousin, was like, she will. She's always around her. She's only around her kids. She's like, she has fun by herself. I go, you're right. She's going to have even more fun because she's with adults.
And then, wait, right now, you just reminded me.
I'm dead. That bitch is trying to FaceTime me right now.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. The tea.
I put my phone on Jen's sister. She's going to be like, this bitch.
It reminded me of the fucking mini corn dogs.
Oh, okay. So wait, what about the mini corn dogs?
We were making mini corn dogs, guys. Listen,
because that's part of the movie.
Yes, that's part of the movie, the theme. We start with the air fryer, and I'm like, this is gonna take a little too long because we didn't have like a little, I guess like a clean, like a flat sheet. It was like it was a toaster
oven.
Yes, like but it could also be like a air fryer or whatever. So then finally her cousin gets here and then she's like, oh, just use the oven. Great. She starts it.
She preheats it.
We hear the little beep. I was like, oh, okay, cool.
And then Mely goes, how did you check if it was hot?
I was like, it's hot.
She stuck her hand in the oven.
I'm like, it's hot. And then, so we put it in there.
And we're just chopping it up.
Yeah. And then I think, that's when we hear the beep. And we're like, they're ready. Let's turn it. And she comes over right at that moment or something. She's like, guys, I was preheating it. I was like,
and then she starts laughing. She's like, Mely. No, Mely, tell them about the sink, how you try to wash your hands.
Oh my gosh. So I used, and then, there's a sink too, right? I used it once already, okay? And then I go back and I'm like using it and I'm like, it doesn't turn on. Guys, it was the soap thing. I'm like, I'm trying to turn it on with the soap. I'm like, I just washed my hands. And then they caught me with that too. I was like, oh fuck. I was like, I just did that to myself.
But the mini corn dogs from Target, they were bomb. No, and then I felt bad when we were clean. So, the mini corn dogs were a fucking hit because even before Amanda got there, we were fucking them up.
And it's just so easy.
With the ketchup, mustard, it was perfect. So then that was like that with the pizza. We had sushi, bitch, we had so much shit. And snacks, candy, so much shit. So at the end of the night, we're like cleaning up, whatever. And so I'm helping clean. I see the little charola with mini corn dogs, and there's maybe like 15 left. I was like, there's like 4. There's like
me too. I was like, there's a little bit.
Yeah, there's a little bit, but I was like, okay, they're just sitting here. I was like, they're probably not good. So no one was near them. Okay, because everyone turned to get stuff. I literally grab them. I just throw them in a bag and I walk away. My cousin Chris turns around. He goes, "Where are the corn dogs?" I was like, I threw them away. He's like, he was like, I was eating that, and then the other Chris was like, there's no more. I was like, my bad, sorry. No, he was like, I was gonna take him home.
That was so funny.
No, but she had the best time. She was very hungover.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
She was very hungover.
Guys, immediately when she got there, we're like buzz ball, and then she started taking shots, and then
because like her tia, like everyone was like
here.
And then we played Rage Cage, and we plotted against her.
Yes.
She had never played before.
She was good.
Yeah, Yoli finessed us.
Yes,
because that bitch was like, bing, 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 bing.
But Amanda, I was like, damn, bitch, this is not your first time.
No, I know. It was so good. But yeah, I'm so glad, bitch. I hope you had a very happy birthday. Go check out I made a TikTok of that.
And she made one too, right?
Oh, she did the one? Cute. Yeah, it kind of went viral.
It was so cute.
And then, so that was April 26th. Mm-hmm. Fast forward, First Fridays.
Period. First Fridays, it was a Taste Salud. First Fridays, I love micheladas. You guys already know we go there. That we're just like, we're gonna be there. I think Patty had sent it. You sent it early on, bitch. Huh?
It's because they did like they were like promoting it, but they're like, can you guess who our next host is? Right, and I clocked it immediately. Yeah. It was like maybe 4 seconds in, they showed a water bottle with like colored water, and I sent it. I was like, I commented Taste Salud, and I said to them, I was like, guys,
get your ticket.
I was like, get the ticket because it's Taste Salud.
Yeah, and literally right then and there we got our tickets, and good thing because they literally sold out. Yes, they sold out right away, and then it just we already go, but it just works out like we're Taste Salud fans and the whole thing, so we're like, oh my gosh, like we're gonna see like the crew. I could already imagine like everyone who's gonna show up. So we went. We met at my house. What did I go get? What did we eat? Oh no. Okay.
I ate what your mom made.
Because my parents made carne asada, and then so we were just there. But yeah, we started at my house, waited for Paulina. Turns out it was Paulina's also birthday weekend. Yeah. So then it was just like a nice little time. It was just the 3 of us. Made our way there. Guys, like when we first we got there at a good time.
We got there early.
Yeah, like we got there early. We used the restroom. We took some pictures, which I'm glad.
And right when you walk in, they give you a 6 count of Taste Salud.
And then a bandana.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so the bandana. And I'm like stocked up on Taste Salud right now because we got so many that day.
Oh yeah. Oh, bitch, I finished them.
Oh no, I still have a lot.
I bought 3 new bags.
Period.
Because of this weekend's activities.
You're like, I'm gonna need some of that. But so we're giving Taste Salud at the front. They do the bandana. We're like, cool, we can get pictures. Let's go get a drink. And then it was a vibe. Like it was so much fun. Yeah. And then next thing you know, guys, it's packed. It is packed.
Did we eat
We ate a little bit after.
Yeah.
No, but like we were also, because we're like, oh, okay, like we've never really tried the food here. Like let's make sure to eat. And we were hungry because we didn't really eat before that. I'm so glad we did, because
the tacos were,
oh my God,
they were
so
tacos
good.
Estilo Tijuana.
Yes. They were fire. So good. And I got a quesadilla, and even then the tortillas were hechas mano.
The cebollitas.
Yes, and then I got el
salsa.
Pastor. They have it in the tronco, like everything. Like, oh my gosh.
Too.
Yes, it was so good. But oh my, as we were walking to the food, that's when the party bus got there with like all of them.
Oh yeah, and I saw Karen, and I'm fucking running. And I saw her from a mile away. We were walking. I turned. I saw her hair, and I was like, Karen, and she's running towards me.
Yeah,
and I was like, I fucking love you, bitch. And she starts
literally
dancing.
The whole thing.
It was so funny.
So funny.
But because I watched their vlog. They were like surprised because they had a club appearance. They were hosting, so they just pulled up on them, and then Josh was like, oh shit, I gotta go get them.
Yeah,
they pulled up, stayed for a little bit, then they left.
Yeah,
but and then we were like with the banda, we ate, and then we're like, oh, let's go inside.
Yes.
We got inside at the perfect time.
So we were right to the front. And then next thing you know, so we're right at the front. At first, when we got there wasn't a lot of people. Yeah.
Bitch, the DJ.
Oh my God.
I literally walked in. So there's this new DJ, and I was already following him. And I was like, oh, he's fine. He's fine.
He is fine. And then, but we'll get to that.
Yeah, he was so fine. And then,
so fine.
Whatever, walk in, and it's not packed.
No, it's just us.
Out of nowhere, whoosh, and they come on stage.
Yeah,
and that's when it got.
And it we got there right on time, perfect things. And then they go on stage. You have Josh coming out. You have Sebas, like the whole crew.
Mo.
Yes, like they're doing like their thing. They're recording. Go watch the video because you see Patty on there.
Dude, I already knew. Yeah, because we're right in the front. I had like on my sign. I put a sign on my phone, and I was like, I need something that they're gonna know, to let them know that
I've been here.
Yeah. Like I be listening to the podcast since forever. Like I've been watching Josh on YouTube since I was in high school.
And like I remember Chachi, because like
bitch, all of that shit. Damn, throwback.
Yeah,
and I forgot about that. And then Sebas, because of Karen and all that stuff. But I put something on my phone, and I put going like this, and there's this part where Sebas is like speaking to everyone, and I literally am screaming. And then the girls next to me were like, Sebas, and he looks, and I go like this, and he reads it, and he goes, he goes, what up? And then he comes to the other side, and then he sees me, and then he shakes my hand, and then whatever, he goes back to the other side, and then I get Josh's attention, and then Josh sees me, and he's like, oh my God. And then he like looks, laughs, and he turns around, and he gets his videographer, and he points to me like, record her. Go find me in their vlog.
Guys, go see that. So because that moment we saw it all play out, and I was like, oh my gosh! As soon as it came out, I was like, I have to go see where Patty is at. Right away, I took the screenshot so quick, and I like sent it. And then even my mom was like, "Mirases?" I'm like, "Yeah." I was like, "Yeah, mom." But it was so funny. But no, it was such a vibe, and it's just always like their energy. And, like to Patty's point, like we just like I just like them, and like the
and
whole
we're
thing
always just around.
Yeah.
We somehow always and then I had a sign, so I had another sign for the DJ. Said, "You are so fine." Yes. And then when Robert, their manager, came up, I literally was like, Robert, and I went like this, and he was like, and then Mely shot her shot.
I was like, Robert, we need a manager. Robert, we need a manager. Yes.
It was so funny though. When Mely said that, I was like, period. I'm like, bitch, he has no clue who we are.
He was like,
but he literally laughed like, ha ha ha.
But oh my gosh, like I was like, oh my gosh, I have to.
Yeah, but it was just such a vibe. It was so fun. We danced so much. Yeah, it was just so good. It was so good.
I know we got home pretty late because I think we stayed there a while.
We stayed for the most. Yeah, we actually. I think that's the first time that we've been there where that we see them drinking out of the bota. Usually they do that at the end, but because they weren't they left.
Yeah.
They like did everything a little bit earlier.
Yeah.
Because at one point you're like, I wonder where they are. They had already left.
Yeah.
They were just there for a little bit and then they're
like, it's time.
Yeah.
Yeah, because even when they were in the banda side, like I don't know when that part was.
Yeah.
But when we got home, I was like, oh damn, like we actually like stayed out late today. Like I was like, wait, yep.
Because we were like, we're staying until we see them.
Like that's it. And we were just dancing the whole time. It was fun.
Yeah, it was so much fun.
Yeah.
And then we actually went to the tamborazo.
Yes.
Dude, and the thing is, like, I didn't realize, it's crazy because we've been going so long. Mely and I have been going since August. July or August. Since the summer.
I think it was July.
Since the summer we started going. And then through, like, even through just, like, socials and stuff, I've made friends online.
Oh my god, bitch, that day you were running into me and Pauline, we kept stopping. She's like, who's that? I was like, I don't know.
Dude, literally, I was like, oh fuck, the power of networking, because everywhere I looked, I was seeing somebody literally I knew.
Everywhere.
I met Julissa, who's the founder and creator of Rizos Curls. Icon. Bitch, you need to watch her episode of La Platica.
No, I haven't seen it.
She's such an inspiration. Like, she's such an inspiration to me.
Yeah.
One, I love the product. I use Rizos all the time. Her story and just the way she is, like,
she seemed really nice.
Yeah, and literally we were just standing there, like, we're outside where the banda is, and I see her and I was like, excuse me, are you Julissa? She's like, yeah. And I'm like, oh my gosh. I'm like, girl, I just want to say I admire you so much. I just watched your episode of La Platica. She was like, oh my god, that's so cute. Cool. I saw Berto. Yeah. Alyssa, she had just gotten back from Japan.
Oh, I did it. Oh, yes.
I saw her. Yeah. And then I met Crossed by Jess. Yeah. We've, again, mutuals, ran into so many people. Fucking one of my friends from she would ride at Soul Cycle, and literally when she ran into, I was like, oh my god, guys, her. And then she goes, my friends from the Mexico game are here, and I had forgotten that she DM'd me and she told me that
was crazy.
The group that we were with, that we talked about, they were like, we were dancing with them. Day. Literally, we're friends with my friend.
That was crazy. When Patty was like, Mel, wait. And then I like looked, I was like, no way.
Yeah. I was like,
that was like crazy.
I was like, one girl was blonde. I was like, they were next to us. And then the other girl's brunette. I go, she's the one who was doing the jump.
Yeah.
But it was just, bitch. So many people. I was like.
There was a lot. And then, but no, guys, it was such a vibe. It was so much fun.
It was so good. It was probably one of my favorite ones.
Ready for the next one.
No, honestly, it's so good.
And then after that we had.
Okay, and then the next day, so that was Friday. The next day we had our nephew's first communion, and it was a brunch.
It was a brunch.
Mass was at 10 a.m.
Sorry, but
I didn't go.
God, we did not have to go to that.
I wasn't gonna. No. I had no intention of going. My mom literally.
Your mom went.
No, so my mom literally. I woke up fine. Thankfully, I woke up fine. Honestly, think because it tastes salud, bitch. I chugged 2 of those bitches before I went to sleep. So whenever I wake up and I'm like, it's a good time. And my mom peeks in my room and she's like, me voy y regreso por ti. I was like, yeah. I was like, because I need to shower, do my makeup, everything. She was, okay, perfect. Literally, bitch, she went to mass. I showered. I touched up my hair. I did my makeup. I was ready. We get there. But my mom had bought tamales. I think she bought them for my dad, but I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna eat it. Yeah. I didn't eat at the brunch, but best believe I had mimosas. Actually, I had 1 mimosa and then I just had like 7 glasses of champagne.
Yeah, because I'm like, and then you freaking Patty like freaking chugged it.
Oh yeah, I put it over here and I was.
No, I know. As soon as we got there, I was hungry. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so hungry. So we ate. But then same thing. I was like, mimosas. I was like, say less. I was like, I need coffee. It was so funny. I literally in front of me, I had coffee, I had orange juice, I had water, and then I had mimosas. And then after a few mimosas, well, I guess 1 mimosa and also just champagne, I was starting to get a headache. And I was like, so I took out the tea salud. I was like, all right, I got to drink this right now.
And then we finished our bottle and we were trying to get a new bottle.
Yes, another one.
And then we ended up we asked Luke.
So our little, he's not our cousin.
He's our nephew.
Our nephew. It was his first communion. We're like, Luke was like, we're out of champagne. Can you ask? He's like, okay. And then he goes ask, but like I think she couldn't do it at that point, or I don't know, or she walked away. But then we ended up getting a bottle of champagne. Yeah,
and then our tío Nando. One thing about our tío Nando, he always wants to have his drink. He gets so mad if I'm not drinking.
He's like, why?
Mama, why aren't you drinking? He'll be like, Liz, go order a fucking bottle. Pati's not drinking. I'm like,
he literally makes her order like stuff.
But my tío gets mad. I'm like, dude. He's like, but I want everyone to have a good time.
Yeah.
I go, dog, I don't need it to have a good time. Like, fuck.
But immediately he's like, I want to take a shot with
everyone. We're like, fuck it, bitch. Yeah. Literally bought like 8 people a shot.
Yeah.
It wasn't that bad.
No.
I was scared. And then I took it and I was like, damn.
Yeah, no, and then also, like, that's why I was starting to get a headache. I'm like, and then we still had somewhere else to go after.
We went to like, Timur and Daniela's baby shower.
It was so cute.
So cute. So, like, beautiful.
So cute.
She looks beautiful. Always. Like, it was, I loved it. It was, I loved everything. That's the first time at one of their parties that I ate. So good. Tacos were bomb. Then, and a elote man, and he had ice cream. I got him a gig. So good. Because Cinco de Mayo was that Monday. Yeah. Like, a friend just happened to call me. Like, do you know someone who sells elotes? I'm like, actually, I'm at a party. Quick little thing. I got that man business. Yeah. And honestly, que le vaya bien, because it was for an apartment complex.
And and when I'm telling you, like, it was so good, the freaking, like, raspados, because it was more of a sorbet. I forgot what it's called, but like, it was so, so good. And then the esquites, you get, like, I don't like mayo, but one thing about me, like, in an esquite or elote, I can eat it just, like, very lightly. Oh, it was so bomb. I ate so much that day, but it was so, so cute. Yeah, like Patty said, she looked beautiful. Team wore everything. I was, honestly, I got a little, like, not emotional, but in a way, yes. Because I was like, it, like, hit me then, like, just, we've said it here before already, but, like, Timur, I was like, oh my God, Timur's gonna be a dad. Like, this is literally who I grew up with.
You said that to him.
Yeah, I was like, Timur, hold on, come here. Because I'm like, this is, like, literally, I grew up with him. And I'm like, damn, you're literally gonna be a dad. I know he's gonna be the best dad. Daniela, obviously, as well, the best mom. But in that moment, I was like, fuck, like, this is really, like, happening.
Yeah. My girl is due early July.
Yes, like, it's literally, like, she's here.
She's here.
Yeah.
So, guys, okay, that was Friday, Saturday. And then Sunday, day 3 of my bender, it was one of my friends, Sylvia from Soul Cycle. Her birthday was the 30th, but that Sunday she was going to Beyonce for Cowboy Carter. So she had a little birthday party, and it was a pregame. I was like, that's so smart. Yeah. She literally had a pregame as her birthday party, and then from there, her and her friends that went to the concert went so cute. Guys, we drank whiskey, and in my head I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna want to.
Fuck.
When I tell you, the second I got there, Rafa's like, it was basically the fucking holiday party all over again.
Oh my God.
Nonstop. And then Sylvia made this whiskey honey lemonade.
Oh.
Bitch.
Okay, that sounds good.
Bitch. It was a hit.
Oh my God.
We finished it. I think I had like 7 or 8 cups, just like nothing like.
Oh shit.
I was fine the whole, bitch, we're taking shots of whiskey the whole night. I think I left at like 10:30.
Yeah. Oh my God.
It was, the party ended at 6.
I'm like, wait.
The party ended at 6, and it was just Rafa, his sister, his cousin, and me, and his daughter. Aww. His little baby. And it was 10:30, and I was like, I gotta go. I was fine.
Yeah.
I wake up at 3 a.m, drunk. It hit me.
Bitch.
I literally, like, woke up, and I was like, I moved, and I was like, oh my God. I sat up, and everything was spinning, and I was like, I went to the bathroom, and I was like, no, I didn't throw up. I was like, oh my God. Went back to, I chugged a Te Salud, went back to sleep, woke up a little bit better, but bitch, I was drunk. Fuck. It was bad.
When you Patty sent me like a voice memo, I was like, oh, this bitch is lit. I was like, I love it. She's like, I'm drinking whiskey. Because I was like, well, first of all, I was like, bitch, whiskey? I was like, oh God. I was expecting
it was
a
the
text
Beyonce
like,
whiskey.
Bitch, can you pick me up? I was waiting for it. I was like, oh my God. I was like, is she gonna be okay? Like, I wasn't sure if you were like, whatever. I was like, okay, when she needs to get home. But I'm like, oh, she'll get home.
Yeah, I was fine. I don't even remember. I think, did I get it? I got an Uber.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I just called an Uber. But yeah, it was it was good. It was good. So that was Sunday. Now I had plans of going to Soul Cycle Monday, but I was drunk, so I was like, no, I'm not going. And then that week was the week of my brother's anniversary, which is so crazy that it's already been a year.
Yeah.
And so his anniversary was last Thursday. And I was fine the whole week. And then I told Mely, when I woke up on Thursday, I literally woke up with so much anxiety, like pain in my chest, just like a lot of pressure. Like, and it caught me off guard because I was like, okay, I thought the whole week I was going to feel some type of way, but I didn't. So I was like, oh, maybe I'll be fine. Bitch, I was so emotional that day. Yeah. I went to Soul Cycle in the morning. Mm-hmm. I took Alba's 9:30. Yeah. Her fucking HIIT class. Fuck, dude. You should take. I feel like you would like it, but the time is weird. You'll be at work, but I did that for me just to kind of like get away, release. I was originally gonna take a mat Pilates class, but I told Mely, I was like, I canceled it because I was like, in case I cry.
You're like, it's Soul Cycle.
It's dark, and I also felt more comfortable at Soul. Yeah, because that's like my comfort place. Mm-hmm. Did that, got home, and I literally was just chilling at home, like waiting in anticipation for like people to get there, because I was just anxious, like. And literally all it was, we were just going to do a rosario and food. That's it. But I was just nervous.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because one, it's the year, which is crazy how fast it went by. Because I was even like, as I was like talking to Patty, I was on my way to work. So I also just got like a lot of flashbacks. And I was like, damn, like it's really like a year. I mean, remember we were talking about that. But at work, I also told them like, hey, by the way, like I'm going to leave at a good time to like be there in time. And my director, which was at that time, like it was just her and I. So she remembers that day clearly too. And she was like, oh my God, Melissa. And then she knows who Patty is. So she was like, it's already been a year since then. And then it was very close to when she also lost someone. So it was just crazy because she's like, yeah, like I couldn't believe it was a year from like, you know, her grandma. But yeah, like, I mean, obviously that day everyone's going to go to your house. It's a rosario, like, you know, it's the whole thing. So yeah, that when we got there, it was definitely like, oh my gosh.
But the food was bomb.
We did so good.
Carnita tortas, because that's something my brother would always buy sometimes dude, this motherfucker would have a carne asada, there'd be chicha, like he buys so much. And my dad was like, we're just gonna do that with like beans and all that stuff. Bomb. Like it was so good. We did a rosario, and then like shortly after like people left, but dude, I only took one shot. My dad was flipped. They got drunk. Well, my dad did. But I was honestly like, fuck it, whatever. However you gotta celebrate. Yeah. And yeah, but I still can't believe a fucking year. Yeah. And then, I think it was Friday, you went on a solo date.
Yes. So then Friday, I went on a little solo date. That day, I think my parents were going to go out or something. And I was like, you know what? I was like, I just want to go on a cute date and like dress up or whatever and just do something. And I was like, let me just go alone. I was like, where the fuck do I go? And immediately I was like, oh, might as well go to Joy's, because I was like, I think they had a bar. And I was like, I haven't been to the new location in Manhattan Beach. I was
really?
Like, yeah, no, I hadn't been.
Like, oh my God, bitch.
No, I hadn't been to that location. And I was like, you get free champagne. Yep. So I was like, I'm gonna go to Joy's, get myself some free champagne. I got the like seared salmon sushi and then another one, and then I got like a glass of wine. Well, I got the 2 glasses of wine, but oh my gosh, it was so good. It was just a vibe, and like it was fine. And I met like this other girl. She was like super cool, and then the waitress was just like, oh my gosh, like, do you want to sit on your own? Are you sure? I was like, yeah, like, because at first I was at the bar, and then they're like, we actually have a space. So I ended up sitting like towards like the restaurant actually, and it was just a little corner, just like me and myself. And then right next to me was a family, and it was so funny because they were like, I was gonna say they were white. Well, they are, but there was like the señor, like the gringo. He just kept looking at me like, oh, he was like very confused. And then I'm like,
I'd be like, okay, we're different. I'd been like, can I help you? I was just like, don't look at me.
And then there was one, like, I was like, I was in my own world. But there was a girl in front of me, and I don't know if it was like her first date, maybe second, or if it was her man's, but she like kept looking at me. So I looked at her back at one point. I was like, bitch, like what? And then I'm like, she got up to go to the restroom, and she literally,
I thought you said she got up to you.
So she got up, went to the restroom. She literally looked at me and then looked at me again up and down. And I was like, okay, like, and then I looked at her back like, bitch, what? So when she came back, I did the same thing. I turned around and then I looked at her up and down, and then she sat down, and then like she didn't look at me anymore.
Bitch, you should have waved at her man.
What the hell?
You should have waved at her man.
I was like, bitch, I'm in my own world. Like, relax. But besides like her, I was like, okay, you're weird. But I had like a good time. It was cute. And then I got home, just like chilled, watched some movies. But yeah, that was like my little solo date. It was fun.
Period. And while she was there, I was at Beyonce. Bitch, I wasn't even supposed to go. I had no plans of going to Beyonce. But my friend Pao, shout out to Pao, love her. She had a ticket that, and she ended up not going. And she was like, she's like, I wanted to like sell it to someone who, one, is gonna vibe with like my cousins that are going, because it was like the group. And she's like, you're the first person I thought of, because she was like, I know you're gonna have a good fucking time and you're gonna bring the vibes. Always. And I was like, I'm there and I have a connect. And when I found out I was going, I texted them. I texted them and I was like, hey, FYI, I'm going to Beyonce. Do you think you can get me and my friends in a suite? It's just 4 of us. They said, text me. They said, text me tomorrow and I'll see what I can do. Cool. We get there early because the girls were like, we've seen on TikTok, our tickets were high up. So they're like, we've seen on TikTok that if you get there early, people get their seats upgraded. I was like, tell me what time to be ready and I will be ready. We got there like at 5, which was honestly perfect. We took pictures. We were chilling. We got a drink. Cool. I text my connect, waiting, and we're in like a standing section. And we went Daniela. She's pregnant, and we're like, bitch, we need to make sure this bitch sits down. And we were right next to the handicap. So she asked us, the worker, oh, do you know if these seats are all taken? Like, do you think we could sit there if no one takes them? He's like, well, we won't know until like the concert starts. Cool. And then time passes. They say Beyonce's gonna come on at like 8:30. She came on around 9. And then Danielle and I go to the restroom. We're walking back from the restroom. My phone rings. It's my connect. I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, go. I was like, stay there. I'll call you if anything. Cool. My friend's like, oh, come to this section. I was like, okay, I'm walking over there. We meet up. They're like, okay, I'm gonna bring you. Let me know if this suite is fine. We go. I was nervous because I was like, they were like, as long as once you're on the elevator, you're fine. Get on the, cool. I was like, thank God. Get there. They take me into the suite. When I walked in and I saw the view, I was like, yes.
You're like, this is it.
I literally took a picture and texted it to Daniela, and I was like, bitch. And I'm like, how are you going to get them in? They were like, don't worry about it. So then I gave Daniela my friend's number. Boom. And Daniela was like, oh, I'm nervous. And I was like, as long as you get on the elevator, once you're on the elevator, you guys are good. There was no issue when it was just one person, but I was nervous. I was like, there's 3 of them. Cool. The concert's starting. I'm like, oh, I'm nervous. And then I made friends. Like, I was like talking to a girl so that it's like, okay, like, the vibe. Yeah, vibe. And they're all randoms. So concert starts and I'm freaking out. And then one of the girls, like, she's cool. She was like, come sit with me. And I was like, cool. Sitting. And then I see light behind me. I turn around and I see them walk in. And we're like, yes! Bro, we enjoyed it in the suite. It was good. So good. I literally, bitch, I thought I had my charger on me.
Yeah.
I did it. My phone was on like 20% when the concert started. Yeah. And Mely was like, just send me Love on Top and Irreplaceable. And I was like, bitch, I'll try it. Because I was like, my phone is dying. Yeah. I recorded so much. Yeah. I could send you videos. I have so many. It was amazing. Like, I don't claim to be Beyonce's #1 fan. I admire her and her craft, her music. I'm a bigger fan of like her old stuff, but she's just amazing. And if you appreciate art, music, dance, anything, you need to see her live.
Yeah, I've heard so many times like, oh, that will change like your life.
Wow, bitch. Yeah. My life has changed.
So many of my coworkers that went, they're literally all of them like, they're like, it will change your life.
No, bitch. It changed my life. Like, I literally was like, what? I was on such a high, and it was just so good. And I loved being there. It was Mother's Day weekend, and like they're all moms. Yeah. So like when they got into the suite, I was like, Happy Mother's Day. I was like, Happy Mother's Day, and whatever. Great concert, 10 out of 10. And then, that was my Friday. And then Saturday, my nephew and her baby met.
Oh my gosh, yes, guys. So Saturday in the morning, as you guys know, I go on like on my little walks with Kane. That morning it was like a little hike. So I'm going to babysit, like dog sit, babysit soon. Well, this weekend. And we were like, okay, we gotta get them to meet first. So like Kane has to meet Bubba. And then so I told like Patty's brother and her sister-in-law, I was just like, okay, let me just take Kane on his walk, do his usual routines, just so he can like let it all out there as well, because I didn't want him to be too excited, and then with Bubba like excited, like you just never know.
Because your dog is this big and Bubba's this big.
Yeah, like, and he's small. So we're like, okay, we got there. Kane was like, where am I? Like, he was
he's
like
never been
confused.
to our house.
Yeah, like, he's never been, literally only into the front to, like, when we pick up Patty. But I was like, okay, I'll get them, like, little puppuccinos. I got the puppuccinos. And then at first, like, Kane had his. And then Bubba was, like, barely. So Leia gave, like, Kane the rest of it. And Bubba was kind of like, hey, that's mine. But by that time, he couldn't. So whatever, I let them go. Bubba is like so excited. Kane is just wandering around. He's like, where am I? Like, all these smells. And then he's like good with Bubba. Bubba's like smelling him. And then finally, like, Kane's like, okay, like, they're warming up. They're just kind of like smelling each other. They're good. And then we start going towards the back because Patty's sister-in-law made me some breakfast. It was so good. She made chilaquiles. Okay. So we're in the back. They're doing their own thing. And then Bubba kept like freaking licking Kane's balls. So then Kane, like, let him have a few. Like, he's like, okay, I think it was like one or twice. He's like, all right, do your thing. I think it was like twice.
He said, me gustó un poquito.
Yeah, he was just like, all right, like, whatever. And then, like, there was a moment, and I could tell, I was like, okay, he's getting bothered. Because Kane was, like, coming with me and, like, hitting me and, like, wanting to go. He's annoyed.
Like, Mom, tell him to
stop.
Stop.
And then I was like, okay. I was like, Bubba, come here. So then, whatever, was trying to, like, separate them. And then, okay, it's fine. Bubba finally goes away for a little bit. Jenny made them some eggs, and then they're having their eggs. And then, what's it called? They brought Kane a little dog bowl with, like, water. So then Bubba starts drinking from the dog bowl. Kane didn't like that, and Bubba had his own. But I was like, hey, like, Kane, like, you got to be nice. Like, that's his, like, plate or whatever. And then there we go. Bubba goes to lick his balls one more time. Kane did not have it. He, like, barked at him so loud and, like, kind of went at it. Bubba was like, he backed up. Guys, he didn't do nothing for a while. He's like, fuck this. Like, he ran backwards the whole thing. So he was like,
oh,
chill.
My baby.
It was, like, so hot. So they were just both there. And, like, Bubba was still so excited. Like, he was like, oh, my gosh. And then
he's like, I have friends.
Yeah, and he tried to do it one more time, so Kane had to bark one more time. And then after that one, he didn't do it anymore. But then I could just tell after a little bit, Kane was starting to get like desesperado and like irritated. I was like, okay. I was like, it's time for me to go. But they did good. Like, overall, they did good with each other. It was okay. They did.
Tomorrow's the real test.
I know.
Bitch, all day.
I know. I'm like, they just need to warm up the first like few like minutes, and then they'll be fine. Because with one of our other cousins, Carlitos, he has a dog too. With him, same thing. Like, it's because like, I don't know if they just like smell that Kane or whatnot, but he also tried to like lick his balls or like around, and it, that's what dogs do to like get to know each other.
Yeah, they have to like understand, smell their sense.
Yeah. So then Kane also, like, the first time or whatever, by the second time he barked at him, and then by the third time he actually like pinned him laying down, and I was like, okay, like, that's not good. But then it was just funny because me and my cousin Carlos were just laughing. I was like, get your dog, stop, like, have him not lick my dog's balls. But we were just both laughing. And then after that, he was like, no, yeah, for real. Like, I'm like, but it's just catching those cues. I was like, okay, he's getting annoyed. Like, I'm going to move him. But yeah, they're so cute. I'm excited.
I know. You need to send updates. I want pictures.
I know. I'll send pictures.
Bubba's going to sleep videos, so much.
Yeah, I'm like, and it should be nice tomorrow too, so it won't be like too hot and stuff.
I told Mely, I was like, good luck if you try to take him on a walk.
I know.
You have to carry his ass.
Carry him, literally. I'm going to take a little doggy bag.
Bitch, he's heavy. You're not going to be able to hold that.
My workout.
Bitch, no, dead ass. You'll fucking drop him.
I know.
But then, after that, it was just that. And then it was Mother's Day weekend. I was still, so I got that day, Mother's Day weekend. After Seoul, I had a really bad migraine, and I was out. I was out for the rest of the fucking day, and it bled into Sunday, which was Mother's Day. My mom had to work, so I only saw her briefly in the morning, and then that was like it. Because when she got home from work, she showered and went to bed. Yeah. And then that was it. But I did get her a facial with Daniela, Skin by Danny K. I wanted to get it for her for today before the quinceañera, but I thought she was off. She wasn't, so now it's till Monday, but
at least
she's gonna get it. Bruh, she had a dentist appointment at 9 and her facial's at 10. And I was like, oh, well, the good thing they're not that far from each other. I come home later that day. I canceled my dentist appointment.
Period. She's the priority.
No, dead ass. She goes, así me voy más relajada con Daniela. I was like, period.
Good. Oh, I love that. That's good. I know, literally for me too, I just, I was with my mom. I don't remember what I did on Saturday night. I think we were gonna go to dinner, and then or maybe I did go to dinner. Fuck, I don't remember.
Did you go to yes?
No, Saturday. Oh, I don't remember. Saturday night, because we were gonna do something. But Sunday, yes. So Sunday we went to my grandma's, to our grandma's for a little bit. And then, sorry, I thought it was this person. Oh. So Sunday we went to our grandma's for a bit. So we were there. They just wanted to spend some time with her. And then the rest of like the daughters went, the sisters, it was just a carne asada, super low key. And then from there, my dad was working in the morning, but then in the afternoon he was off. So we went to my dad's sister's house. And then same thing. So a carne asada at grandma's, and then a carne asada at my dad's sister's house. And it's always a vibe because they're just a character. But it was like super chill and low key. I got my mom money because it's just the easiest thing to get her, and then some flowers. And then I made like a little bouquet. I got one for my grandma and the one for my tia and stuff, but they were super cute. I was just like, might as well just make something small. And then yeah, that was like pretty much just Mother's Day, super low key.
Yeah, and that's pretty much, guys, we jam-packed this.
I know, like, so much.
There was just so much because we didn't realize that we were gone actually recording for a long time. But that's pretty much it. I did get my nails done. Go check out my TikTok.
Period.
And follow Claws by Claudia Jane on IG.
Do it right now.
Yes.
I know, and then we got some Chick-fil-A. Yes. So, period. But yeah, guys, that's it for today's episode. We will see you in the next one.
Make sure to
comment, like,
subscribe.
And as always, we'll see you in the next episode.
Bye.